Ahead, I request Mr. Zakir Hussain, the proprietor of Almed Equipment, to share few words on infection control in operation theatre.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So I'm talking about the infection control in operation theatre. See, why do we go for the model of operation theatre? If you see, in modular operation theatre, we go because our main reason is to avoid the surgical site infection. Surgical site infection is one of the major cause and the major health concern. Around 14% health related problems are because of the surgical site infection. And to avoid the surgical site infection, if you see, there are the two major causes which we have to take care. One is the surface disinfection is required, and the another one is the airborne infection control has to be there. For the surface disinfection, there is no other altitude that you have to do for the proper mopping. There are the product EcoSeals or bacilloids are there in the market with the hydrogen peroxides and silver nitrate. You can do the proper mopping of the tabletop surfaces, walls and everything, and there is the only solution that you have to do the proper mopping for the surgical site infection, surface disinfection. But the airborne infection is one, again, you can autoclave your instruments, you can disinfect your linens and other things, but for the airborne infection, there is required that you know that the air conditioning is one of the major source of infection in operation theatre, and as per the NABH also, window and split AC should not be used in any type of operation theatre because they are the pure recirculating agent and have convenient pocket for the microbial growth which cannot be sealed. See, wherever the humidity is there, condensation is there, humidity is there, and where the humidity or condensation is there, the bacteria and fungus will grow. And in the indoor unit, there is the cooling coil is inside. So on the cooling coil, this fungus growth, if you don't, whether you have fumigated the entire OT and other things, but once you started the air conditioning, again this fungus is entered in the operation theatre, and there is a chances of infection is there. That's why this NABH people said that the window and split AC should not be used in any type of operation theatre. Then what's the next solution? Is the central air conditioning. But in there also we find some problems. And as per the NABH also, during the non-functioning hours also, we have to keep the blower on. See, this is the practically not finding possible because this is not, our operational means the environment of the operation theatre is not same like the pharmaceutical. In pharma, we keep the AHU continuously on. But in operation theatre, our normally operational time is 7 to 8 hours maximum in a day. And keeping the operation theatre's AHU on, then you have to go for the VFD unit. In VFD unit also, giving the electrical supply round the clock to the AHU, and if we find that if even half an hour, this AHU remain off, if there is no air circulation in the ducting, then the chances that the bacteria fungus multiply and they multiplies and they go and they deposit on HEPA filters. Once you start the AHU again, then that go and they deposit on HEPA filters, which leads to another is that in the AHU, every OT you have to keep the AHU separate, because if the Same AHU if you are using for the two different OTs, then the chances of cross contamination is there, always there. That you are operating one area and the another was not non-operational. In that, if that non-operational area, that bacteria come and again means cross infection chances is always there. So that's why there is the norms that the AHU of each OT should be dedicated one. See, I said that the fungus bacteria which goes in a ducting that go and they deposit on HEPA filters and that increase the load on HEPA filter, and once that load is there, that they choke up the HEPA filters. They choke up the HEPA filters, and that leads to the if the pressure on the pinam is increases, and that pressure may give the pinhole to the HEPA filter, and that will become a direct chance of infection to the patients. And in the ducted system, the HEPA filters life is also very short. 3 to 4 months is the life for the HEPA filters. You have to change the HEPA filters so oftenly. Further, in a plenum systems or in a laminars, HEPA filter conditions showing for showing the HEPA filter whether it's working or not properly, one has to put the digital differential pressure gauge, which shows whether the pressure of the upper above the HEPA and below the HEPA, how much is the difference in that HEPA, and that according to the difference whether that HEPA is working or not, we are getting the digital indication for that. See, there are some drawbacks of the ducted systems. Mainly when there is we have to go for the 10 to 12 TR compressors, because load this operation area and the ducted area, this AHU is very far from the operation theater. So according to requirement on the size of the theater, we have to select whether they have to go for the 10 TR or 12 TR compressors. There is again the 5 HP or the static blower is required to give the proper flow to the operation theater. We have to maintain the 90 to 120 FPI flow at the laminar flow site. So for that, this 5 HP motor is required. Then again the AC is directly coming on the patients. The laminar is just above the operation table. So AC is directly coming on the patients. So that makes the patients uncomfortable, and he complains for the sewing and other things. Then the routine cleaning of this AHU system, this ducted system is very difficult, because it's not possible practically to clean the duct. And because of that duct is become a breeding ground for the bacteria and fungus to grow. Again, HEPA filter you have to change the HEPA filter after every 3 to 4 months. In our Elmed laminar airflow system, we made the system ductless. See, in this, what we have done, that the laminar and the positive pressure system, we have separated each other. This positive pressure system with cooling is a dedicated one, and we are not incorporated the air conditioning in the laminar. See, laminar, which is just above the table, from that we are getting the unidirectional flow, and that makes one of the taint on the table, while this positive pressure system with HEPA, what it do, that it's maintain the, see, I had shown the OT over here, on the ceiling there the laminar flow is there, and on the wall we have put it the positive pressure system with AC. See, benefit of the ductless laminar airflow system is that in our laminar airflow system, we are using just only 3 TR cooling system, compressor AC, and just 0.35 HP blower is given in that, which gives the 90 to 120 FPM flow at the grill or diffuser level. AC flow is coming through the PPA system and not from the laminar. So that's direct flow on the patients is of the air conditioning has been avoided, and it's not making the patients uncomfortable. Then the routine easy cleaning is there from the inside the OT. In a OT, you can do the directly cleaning from that opening the PPS systems front door grills, and you can clean it. No need to go outside and do the cleaning for that. Then apart from that, as I told you that whenever the cooling system is there, there is the chances that the bacteria fungus is growing. So for that, in our PPCS system, what we have done that we are giving the ozone producing UV lights, which avoids the growth of the bacteria fungus on HEPA filter. Then again in our system, we had given the digital pressure system, differential pressure gauge on the ceiling, which show whether the HEPA is working properly or not, and for the showing the temperature and the humidity, display has been given on the laminar airflow, which is not been generally, or if you are making the comparison with the plenum systems of our and the plenum of the ducted system, you will come to know that the AC flow is not coming directly in our system on the table, whether in the others they are directly coming on the table from the vertical. Then we are giving the 3-tier air conditioning system. In compared to that, they are giving 10 to 12 tier compressor is required for that. Then if you see the routine cleaning, which is very much important, routine cleaning and inspection, which is easily done in our system from the inside the OT, which is not possible at all with the ducted system. And in our system, the HEPA filter's life is around 1.5 years to 2 years. Then in our system, again we are giving the ozone producing UV lights, so which is doesn't allow the bacteria fungus to grow on the HEPA filters. Here are some test reports which we are showing here, that the particle count on a table, then we have done the one of the OT in the WAPI where we have taken this test. The particle count which is coming on the table, our HEPA class is just 100 we are maintaining in that, and apart from the operational area, the class is maintained 1 lakh. Then air velocity is one of the important part. On a grill or diffuser level, the air velocity is almost around 120. Here are some computerized test which has been taken from the machines. Then we had also done the HEPA leak test for our HEPA filters. See, for controlling the infection, normally what we do in operation theater, generally we do just fumigate our systems, and after the fumigation we said that okay, now the system is okay for doing the operations. But by doing the fumigation only, this problem is not going to solve. That for the controlling, see the airborne infection, if you can see in that the formalin or whichever routinely which we are using, the carcinogenic effect is there. While in our ozone, that ozone is making from the oxygen. Oxygen we are giving in our system. Just oxygen is the inlet, and the ozone is the output for this. And ozone kills all types of bacteria, fungus, virus, molds by destroying their DNA structure. The nascent oxygen which we had added in the ozone, which works very fast, and it kills the bacteria, fungus, virus in few seconds. And this is all microorganisms are susceptible to the ozone, and even it kills the Pseudomonas. Pseudomonas is one of the major problem and the very critical. But in that also, this ozone is high working, and the Pseudomonas are susceptible to the ozone. Then this also minimize the time between the two operations. For making the fumigation, just required the 45 to 60 minutes, and after that, after interval of 1 year, 1 hour, you can take the new case, no problem for at all. So fumigation normally when we do the fumigation with the others, we have to make the operation on the next day. We have to keep the schedule of the operation for the next day. In our case, with the ozone, you can make the next case after 1 hour. Because the ozone having the half-life is just 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes is the half-life, again it converts back to the oxygen. So it's very safe and there is no health hazard with the ozone. See, in a modular operation theatre, as per the NABH guidelines, what is required is the floors, wall and ceiling should be non-porous, smooth, seamless and without any corners and easily cleanable repeatedly. And material has to be chosen accordingly. Is that we suggest that go for the steel or the SS or the PPGI OT with puff paneling. SS or steel OT can be offered within 15 lakhs rupees to the with entire setups, while in a PPGI it is coming around 12 lakhs rupees. And if you go for the epoxy on wall and with RH humidity treatment, see, humidity treatment has been done by putting the cement and acrylic putty first, and then we are putting the basic epoxy primer, and the last is the epoxy paint is there. So on epoxy, there the bacteria fungus is not going. So that is also easy and economical solution available, which will for the making the epoxy OT just with laminar and positive pressure system, just around 7 to 8 lakhs rupees is the, depending on the size of the OT, the expenditure is there. So which is also very economical solution to getting the infection control in operation theatre. Apart from that, for the coving and other things, we are having the aluminum coving, epoxy flooring is there, then epoxy cover there, then the SS swing doors are there, sliding doors are there, which has to be hermetically sealed, that the positive pressure, what we are maintaining in the OT should not be getting out. So for maintaining the positive pressure and the positive pressurize the OT, the hermetically sealed doors are very much required. Then what is required mainly to control the infection in operation theatre, that all the parameters which is required for the, if you are keeping the monitoring and the regular watch on these parameters, the infection control can be easily controlled. For that we have to required is that to maintain the proper humidity, then the differential pressure gauge to maintain whether the HEPA is working or not. In internal OT and outside OT pressure has to be, see that the OT is properly pressurized. Then the 30 air cycles has to be there, maintained. See, 30 air cycles means what? That in 30 air cycles per hour means that on every 2 minutes the all OT air should be changed. And for that in our system what we are giving is that in our positive pressure system we are giving the 85% OT's air is recirculated, while for getting the 15% fresh air we are giving the pressure damper has been given in our positive pressure system. Then OT lights, we are giving LED OT lights, and OT walls, SS panels we are doing. And with these systems now, many doctors having our confidence that our system is proper and working good, and many laparoscopic surgeons and orthopedic surgeons, and so the interest in our system. We have put our system in some of the hospitals, Mercury Hospital in Nashik, 21st Century in Vapi, and New Millennium Hospital in Sanpada, and later on many projects are going on. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, any queries about the systems? Time ho gaya tha kya?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jakir. Any queries? Okay. I request Ms. Aparna Mayekar to come on a stage and give him a certificate. Mr. Jakir.